Matthijs de Ligt is rumored to go to Bayern Munich this summer. Let's get right into it. Welcome to Talking Bayern, the one-stop shop for Bayern Munich content on YouTube. Today we will be discussing a potential transfer for Matthijs de Ligt to Bayern Munich. So before we get into this, let's just do a little background. So obviously, if you don't know him, de Ligt is a right-footed center back who is just 22 years old. He's a great player with incredible defensive abilities and great physicality. He obviously gives the opponents a very tough time on the attack. He's very tall as well, at 1.89 meters, and he's a Dutch product that came from the Ajax Academy before playing for Juventus since 2018. You probably know him best for his miraculous run with Ajax when they made the semifinals and almost barely. They probably should have made the Champions League final. Of course, they collapsed to Tottenham and Lucas Moura in the dying minutes. But very close to being a Champions League finalist at a crazy young age. And obviously, he was the captain of Ajax at this time. So very remarkable. De Ligt has been long rumored to go to Bayern. Obviously, Bayern even wanted to sign him from when he left Ajax originally. And now reports are saying that the Dutch defender was very close to signing with Bayern back in the day. So, we've heard this rumor so many times. But I have a bit of a feeling about this one. Per Republica reported that de Ligt's time at Juventus will end in the summer. He wants to leave. And they reported that the three clubs showing the most interest in de Ligt are Bayern, Chelsea, and Barcelona. Bayern is the most appealing football project for de Ligt, and he thinks the greatest chance to win trophies. I would agree with him. Obviously, Bayern wins a lot of trophies. And, we're very good in the Champions League as well. So I think there's a very promising project that he might not see at Juventus. Obviously, they've been struggling a bit. Per Republica reports that Juventus would be looking for 65 million euros. And honestly, this seems a little bit low. Even with the fact that Juventus are desperate for money, Juventus paid 85.5 million euros for him back in 2018. So they'd be taking a solid loss on his sale at this amount. He's also valued at 63 million euros on transfer market. So this sounds about right on paper, but still seems cheap to me. Like one of the best defenders of his generation, if not the best. So seems pretty cheap that you could get him for this price. But obviously Juventus might be a bit desperate. So where would he play? He would play center back. He's not really versatile. We have not seen him play other positions. Maybe he could play a CDM. We've never really seen him deployed in that role before, so maybe interesting to see if he could play there. But definitely he's at his best, and he only really ever plays at center back. Is he better than what we already have? Yes, he's probably our best defender if we got him into our system. If he can buy into that system. We play a far more offensive game than most, including Juventus. He'd have to get used to Nagelmann's play style. But I think he would be a good fit. I think he could buy into that. Reasons why I like or dislike this transfer. I think he has the potential to really shine at Bayern Munich. I think under Nagelsmann, he could really solidify our defense and help out our back line. However, I'm afraid we would only make the signing if Sewell were to leave this summer. Unless we sign Ginter on a really cheap salary, I'm afraid then maybe we'd also get de Ligt. But I certainly don't see us keeping Sewell and getting de Ligt or signing Rudiger and de Ligt. So I think it's kind of going to be a trade-off. Maybe we lose Sewell when we get him. Or maybe we can get another really cheap player alongside with him. But I think this definitely would tighten up our budget for the summer window. I don't see us getting somebody like Florian Wirtz this summer if we do sign de Ligt. Still, though, he's a great leader and a star for his national team who will lead the next generation for the Netherlands. I think he's an outstanding player. So much potential. The people just speak so highly of him. I know it hasn't been, ideally at Juventus. I don't think he's taking that next step, but I think he's still very solid. One of the most promising defenders in the world. He's still only 22 years old. We act like he's old because he's been in the game for so long, but he's still only 22 years old. This guy is ridiculously good. And another question we have to ask is, would de Ligt want to join? Yes, it's already reported that he sees Bayern as a great project. Of course, it is a bit unsettling that he already wants to leave Juventus. I know they've had a disappointing year, but it's only really been a year for the team. Internationally, Bayern can do far better than Juventus, so I can see why he's attracted to our offering, but still a little bit shocking that he wants out. But still, we'll take him. So just to summarize, I think this would be a great transfer for us. De Ligt is obviously an incredible talent and one of the most promising defenders of his generation. As I said before, he hasn't elevated his game as much as anticipated at Juventus, but at Bayern, I think he could really flourish to potentially become the best defender in the world. I don't think it's out of question. I don't think that's a crazy statement that he could honestly become the best defender in the world. And honestly, in my mind, that's a bet worth taking. If you can have the best defender in the world, you go in. At 65 million euros, I don't think we could buy any other big names, but honestly, this one just might be worth it. We'll see, of course, if he does actually want to leave and how this progresses in the next few months. This would be something we would see in the summer. So I think this really depends on whether, Sewell's future and whether Pavard's future looks like at Bayern, but definitely it's someone to keep an eye on if we do want to bring in a big name. This would be the kind of signing that, really elevates Bayern to that next level and, keeps us in the top names when you think of best teams in the world. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of this transfer. Would you want de Ligt at this price? What other players would you prefer? You think Schlotterbeck's a better bet? Let me know in the comments below, and if you like this video, make sure to leave a like. And if you want to see more Bayern Munich content like this in the future, please subscribe to this channel. Hope to see you on the next one. Until then, mia se mia.